green. And now it's blue. It's a nice Conrail color. Play. What is this engine? Oh, hey guys. Known as trains. I'm playing a different game. You know what game I'm playing? Trains and Railroads, which is literally just train rail yard simulator, but you get to build and it has fewer engines, but more cars, I guess. And you can build routes if I didn't mention that, which I'm pretty sure I did, so yeah. Let's get into it. I've played this game before. I made a video on it, but I derailed. Also, if you can clean up derailments in this game, but when you do, you don't get your points back. So if it's kind of a risk. So if you derail, you have to start all the way over, which I did last time. So yeah. Get comfortable, grab a snack or something, because we're in it for the long haul today. And so, yeah. Also, if you hear people in the background, sorry, I can't edit it out because my editing software is a living nightmare. Literally, I cannot get it to work. Anyways, we are building to the factory, and I just wasted a piece of track, so now I'm going to go back. Because you get 30 pieces of track, and I don't want to have to watch advertisements, because if it is a scam, I don't really want to, the business saying, oh, hey, you're calling out our ads. Cut it out, or we're going to copyright strike you, or something like that. I don't know. I just don't want to, have something sponsored or whatever. But yeah, this is the game. You get 30 track sections, but you get 30 points in Train and Rail Yard Simulator, but you can get additional for watching ads, which I'm not doing because, yeah, it takes way too much time. Oh, and also you can jump wherever you want, which makes this game a whole lot easier than Train and Rail Yard Simulator. All I have to do is just go bonk, and bam, I'm at the coaling factory. This game has the same industries as Train and Rail Yard Simulator. Yeah, these are basically the same game, just different. Yeah, also, it's a shame, but it's true. There's no SC-70 in this game, so there's no K5LLA unit. I feel sad. Okay, in reality, I'm not about to start weeping over there not being an SC-70, because if I really wanted an SC-70, I would literally just go play Train and Rail Yard Simulator right now. But I'm not doing that because this is a stream, and I promised you guys this video in the title, so I'll give you that video. So, because I don't usually lie. Keyword, usually. And if I do, it's usually me joking. Penn Central was the greatest railroad in history. Yeah, totally. Totally was. And most of you guys would know that, you know? We all know that Penn Central was terrible. But I still would have liked to live in that time period. Could you imagine if Penn Central was still around today? Penn Central GEVOs. That's what would be happening. No, we'd still have Penn Central Dash 8s. We would have Penn Central Dash 8s and stuff like that. Because Dash 8s would probably be I would imagine they would own Dash 8s. Man, imagine if Metro bought the SD80 Max. I created some concept art recently that I will post separately, but yeah. Which direction does this curve go in? That way. I don't want it that way. I want it this way. This way. And we just missed our connection, so yay. Yeah, this game is fun because you get to build routes, not have the route built for you. You do the route building, which that's why I like Train Z. because you get to do build routes. Like, why have it select built for you? It's just like, what's the point? You know? Alright, what if we go 15 on this curve angle? Oh, I could probably just make this into a 200 and save on straights. Because, yeah, you get 30 straights, similar to how you get 30 points in Training Rail Yard Simulator. Before you have to watch ads. Yay, I finally got that done, so now I can head back. Yeah, you can jump wherever you want, which makes this game a whole lot easier to use. All I have to do is just go over here and let's see where our power plant is, because I want to get at least one cycle of operation in. That's like the mine and stuff. Can I get rid of that switch? Dang it. Got rid of that track. Bang. Alright, now we head over here. I think I'm going to be able to remove the switch because, yeah, then again, I probably will not. I'll need this switch, I just won't need this one. This one is pretty much pointless. Oh, and by the way, if you don't want to watch me build routes, the link is in the description for a time in which you can skip to. Because, yeah, not everyone wants to watch someone build routes. Then again, I'm probably just going to turn this part into a yap session, so. Am I in front of? Oh my god. There was a move button here this whole time. I'm such a noob at this game. I'm a pro at Train Rail Yard Simulator. I mean, then again, I am derailing every single session I get. Alright. This siding will just be for, like, storing trains. So we'll just have the switch in position. That'll be, like, the runaway siding. Even though you can't get runaways. I don't know. I'm just trying to make use of it somehow, you know? Alright, let's see if I could find a way on how I can finish this. Wait, what way was the factory? Where's my map? Because if I'm building away from... How the heck am I going to get down here? Maybe if I build backwards, where I build... Oh, wow. That's... This is going to be hard. I think what I'm going to do is just put an Alco as switcher at that. Because there's 3 locomotives. The, Trojan 040, aka Percy, from Thomas and Friends. Although, from the classic era, because I don't know what's going on with the modern stuff. I don't pay attention to that. And the Alco S switcher, but it's in a different paint scheme. I'm pretty sure it's in the paint scheme of the one at the Owner Roy Museum. Whatever one that is. Yeah, I'll show you it in a minute. But, like, man, I'm building it. Dang it, I'm building it in the wrong direction. So now I gotta go through, clean up all this stuff. Yeah, anyone who enjoys this must have a lot of patience. I mean, I have all the patience in the world if I'm waiting on a train, but otherwise, hurry up so I can see 90 or something like that. Which I actually did see it today. I actually saw it. Alright, so now I might put that back depending on how many track selections I get. I mean, if we don't have enough to build this section, why would they only give us 30 if they know there's no way to connect? Also, I'm pretty sure you can't do tunnels in this game. Even though you can in Train Rail Yard Simulator. But yeah, this game is literally just Train Rail Yard Simulator. Just, you can build routes and rolling stock is downgraded. Because I like to use the SC-70 locomotive on coal missions. I think it's a really cool locomotive, and I really like it. Plus, since when do you get a K5 LLA in a train simulator? This is the section where height changes and it becomes a living nightmare to work with. Alright, let's just hope I can make it through here. Alright, we'll head back, and then we'll go straight. How far is it? Oh, this is gonna be hard. I'm gonna try and find a way by using 30 things to build this. Oh my god, I see it over there. And I was just a little bit off. Well, wouldn't you know it, I'm a little bit off. Would you expect me to be able to connect? Because no way. Back, delete, straight, delete, straight, but yeah, you have a limit of tracks. For some reason it lets me do that. Alright, now it's time for trains, so anyone who skipped ahead, you didn't miss that much. It was just me yapping about what this game really is. So yeah, but yeah, here's the selection. Also, that's expensive. But yeah, you get the box car for 3 points. That, and that's all. Like, it's literally just downgraded in Train and Rail Yard Simulator. I think I'm gonna put an Alco S switcher, which this reminds me of like the Alco S. I'm pretty sure it's like an S1 or something like that at the Illinois Royal Museum. I don't know what it's like. It's like blue with like a white or yellow stripe along the nose, something like that. I'm not sure, but man, you can make really long trains in this game. So I really wish they had the SD70. Sure, it would probably be. Also, I find it crazy that some weak locomotive in Train and Rail Yard Simulator is the same price as like the giant SD70. Like, did they expect the SD70s to be put on local duties? Like, that's literally your least expected expensive locomotive, and yet. At least that's used for mainline service. Alright. Well, to change things up a little bit, I'm going to do that. So then I'll be able to spawn something in case of emergency. See, like, there is a remove derailed. Oh, and there is no, move camera, so, yeah, it's really hard. So once you're in the cab, you're good. Trying not to press that because if I derail. But yeah, you can't. That's number 7. Wow, they actually gave one of their locomotive, their Alco S switcher, in a number. It would make sense if there were 4 other. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Think the lag is a living nightmare in Train and Rail Yard Simulator. Well, the stairs on this locomotive are, and I'm pretty sure I'm on the wrong side, so I can't even get in. I'm not even on the side at all. This camera moves around way too easily. 1 second, you'll be on the locomotive, and then, bam, you're off. It's just the most stressful thing. Oh well, watch me take 15 minutes to try and get in this locomotive's cab. Oh my goodness. I cannot with this thing. Please, 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 please. Yeah, they need to have that. Alright, now that I'm in the cab. Whoa. That was a nightmare. I'm just not going to move around. Honestly. But yeah, literally the same model as the CP engine from the game, except they literally just changed the paint. Am I in? Am I in the engineer seat? Wow, oh my god. How did I just walk through the throttle board? I mean the control panel. The throttle board. Who calls it a throttle board? Just doesn't sound right. Okay. That's good enough. Alright. Put that there so I don't move around. Turn on remote so that way I can. Also, why did they make it like a. The camera moves way too freely, and they need to add the thing that's right here in Training Railroad Simulator into this game. Oh yeah, just remembered I can't press H for horn, the H key, because I have it set up on Training Railroad Simulator where if I press H, it blows the horn, so that's how I spam the horn without my mouse going up here. But in this game I don't have my control set up. But yeah, we are in and out go. Now go S3 to be specific. Took me like 15 minutes to get. But yeah, I like how you're swaying from side to side. That's a nice feature. But they need to add the thing you use to look around in Training Railroad Simulator right here. Oh, I forgot to do a brake test. We gotta do that because I don't want to end up derailing. I don't know what kind of short line would operate like this. Yeah, that thing does not stop quickly. Yeah, they literally took the same model. Just made it blue. I honestly like this paint scheme because it just looks nice. But it honestly looks like Conrail, kinda, now that I think about it. Did Conrail own Alco S switchers? Because I know Conrail owned Alco and later turned them into road slugs that are actually still on Norfolk Southern roster. Somehow. How can Alcos be on Norfolk Southern roster? How can Alco slugs be on Norfolk Southern roster, but yet SD60Is cannot? Like, those were literally rebuilt before the SD60I wasn't even thought of. Yeah, this is a relatively new game, like being about like a year old or something like that. But yeah, it's made by the same creators of Training Railroad Simulator, and it's literally that game except A, less rolling stock, B, you can build routes, and C, there's no this thing, which makes this game a real living right now. But there needs to be passenger in this game, like, that's what they should have next. Some train stations, like, you have the depot in which you spawn at, that's it. Good luck having any fun, because there's no passenger cars, only freight trains. And the only thing you could purposefully carry is coal. Norfolk and Western. Man, imagine if they replaced this with just a GP7. Then it would just be Norfolk and Western. That would literally be what this would. Oh my goodness, I'm pretty sure I just took it to the coal unloader. Unloader. Not the loader. I swear, if I took it to the unloader, I'm gonna be so mad. Alright, time to walk around again. Why walk around when you could literally just teleport? Also, the map looks really cool, and I wish you could jump to target in every game. In Train Rail Yard Simulator. I say it as every game, as if they actually made more games. It was recently a new update, but it was just bug fixes. I hate when they add bug fixes because, like, with Train Z3, which is another game I'm into, the recent bug fixes have literally just made the game worse. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Alright, time to go back. Time to shut the bell off and the engine and go back. Try and get into the cab of this thing. Actually, what if I just teleported into the cab? What if I just, like, did like this? Would that work? No, it would not. Also, I wish you could teleport on top of engines and Train and Rail Yard Simulator. Yo, if I had the freedom I would in Train and Rail Yard Simulator, that would make the game a lot more fun. Yeah, you can clearly tell your inner Canadian Pacific is showing because of this. You can clearly tell that this is literally just a reskin, but they forgot to do that. So, and I'm only. Alright. Headlight off. Get out the cab. I'm in the wrong place. Actually, what if I teleported out the cab? Yeah, at least you don't have to walk. Also, if you lose your Train and Rail Yard Simulator, this would make it a lot easier. Cool whistle. I like how they actually made that happen. But yeah, this game is... Also, why did they... Wait, you could close the door in this locomotive now. But yeah, this is a pretty cool model, and I'm pretty sure it might be... I think it's custom. Like, it was not taken from Train Sim, which is another game I play. Oh, I swear there was a door. Oh well. Oh well. Alright. Well... No, you do not. Also, how are you able to remotely operate a steam locomotive? Like, also, why would you even want to remote control a steam locomotive? Like, if they were still in service, that would make sense, but... That's a cool sound. Duh. Cool sound that you can hear. Alright, I'm gonna take the Shay. Unfortunately, you cannot feel the actual... What were you expecting? Another bell? Also, is this actually like the brake? They did their homework on this model. I actually don't know if it's on cab, so. Yeah, I'm in the Shay. Shay 5. Pretty sure there's a Shay 5 at the IRM. Were you expecting a different whistle? No, they got the default whistle. I don't see why one of these would be on full service. That's where these are usually logging engines. Because we don't have Steam. I'm honestly just gonna leave it in idle. It's about actually good. I cannot believe I just wasted so much time doing this. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I wasted that much time. I'm the first train on these rails. I'm probably going to be the only train I probably won't need to spawn a backup engine. There's a single core? What's a core? What's a core car? It's like a combined coal and ore. Create core. Core car. But yeah. Oh yo, why are they red? They should not be red. They should be white because this is an extra train. This is not a passenger service. Why are the classification lights red? It's almost as if, like, I'm pretty sure this is a model of the Shay 5, hence why the classification lights are red. Also, why are those the polling pockets? That's what those are. They really did their homework on this model. This is actually a really good Shay. Like, they even have, like, the polling pockets. There is no train simulator, to my knowledge, that does this. Look at that. They even have, like, the bench that I like to sit on at the Illinois Rail Museum. I don't know what it is. Also, why are the classification lights red? I mean, it's a lower priority train, even though this is the only train on the line. We should not have our classification lights because we are not a scheduled service. Can you change them? Okay, I don't think you would be able to do that. This has got to be from another game. Like, I do not see them making this realistic. I mean, look at that. It's even got the rivets. That realistic of a headlight. The Shay 5 at the Illinois Rail Museum have polling pockets. That's probably what this is based off of. Yeah, why are both of those red? The classification lines should be white. Is there even a whistle cord on this? Okay, they didn't have do a whistle cord, but they did do this one. I mean, look at this. This is just awesome. I'm gonna blow my whistle. I recently read a magazine article about the BNCG, which was a railroad in that was east of the Mississippi, where steam. Well, it was the last railroad to have steam east of the Mississippi. They had a Shay, and it was like this. Also, what's up with the frames on shows? Why did this kind of... Okay, I'm not gonna question it. Like, this is a good model. Like, this really... Like how they actually put time and effort to make the boiler set off to the side. Shays are not an easy locomotive to do. I mean, look, you have to do all of this. Probably a lot of work making a realistic Shay. But yeah, they actually put the time and effort to make a realistic Shay. This is actually like my first time operating this type of Shay. But yeah, this is a really nice model. Just one thing. Change the classification lines, either off or white, or make it so they can change them, because I am not a scheduled train. Whatever, they probably went off of it and should have found at the higher end. Hey, they did do their homework on this, which I'm glad they did. Even though it lacks, like, logos and stuff. Who needs logos? Like, they... Like, this is nice enough. Shade 5. Wait, if this is 5 and the diesel is 7, does that mean Percy is number 6? Trojan is number 6? Whatever you want to call it. Okay, if that would actually be accurate. But I don't know why a railroad would have these 3 locomotives. Like, find a coal hauling locomotive or do something from Norfolk and Western. Like, it would be nice to see, like, either, like, 611 or, which didn't haul coal, but still. Or, like, a Y-class, or even N&W 475. Like, that's something small. Like, just add something from Norfolk and Western to this game. Like, 611 is a very iconic steam locomotive that has streamlining. You have, like, you literally, in Train Railroad Simulator, you have Daylight, you have the New York Central Hudson, you have the Flying Scotsman, you have the Mallard. Why not add Norfolk and Western 611? That's literally, like, the queen of steam at this going. You have the UP Big Boy. You have 3985. Like, come on, like, these are, like, the most... There's one left, and that's Norfolk and Western 611. Like, even if it's not in a passenger route, also, there needs to be some more old-style coaches. Like, you cannot pair a F7 with Amphreys. That is just wrong to pair an F7 with Amphreys. That is really just wrong. Pair an F7 with Amtrak coaches that are not first generation, because Amtrak did own F7s, but I highly doubt they would have pulled Amphreys. At least wearing Phase 1 paint. Just, like, if Phase 1 Amtrak F7 pulling Amphreys doesn't look good. Also, we need more Phase 3 rolling stock from Amtrak. Also, I'm just talking about Train and Rail Yard Simulator, like, not this game. They can add updates to this game. Also, they should probably make a game where you can reskin locomotives. Oh my goodness, imagine what would happen. We would have Union Pacific AC-44s. There should be mods for these games. Like, these games are pretty good. Like, these are some of the best train simulators out there. At least ones that I've found that are usable on these devices, because, like, sure, there's, like, Train Sim World, and the best part about it is that on advertising, they actually use their own pictures if you go onto the App Store. That's right. You can't... They don't steal them. Maintain 5 miles an hour. Hey, at least I know I won't hit the buffer beam and eat it. Also, how am I controlling this diesel? Like, there's no MU cables. Plus, How would you even get MU cables on a Shay? Like, how? There were steam locomotive double headers, but those were like helpers, and those were manned. This diesel is not manned. I don't see a railroad that would actually put steam and diesel on the same train. Well, aside from if it was like an excursion, because and the diesel was just there as a helper. Because yeah, that does happen. Alright, and I'm gonna stop because I'm not sure if this game has a derail. Alright, this is probably where we should have gone now. Oh. Just gotta whistle once to say I stopped. But yeah, this is a really cool Shay experience. I look forward to operating with that locomotive again. And now I'm going to drive the Shay more often in Train and Rail Yard Simulator because it's a really cool locomotive. Also, in this game, you can save your progress. Yay! As it said earlier, you could actually save your progress. So now, no having to worry if, like, about, oh, I'll never be able to do this again. So that gives me less hesitation to end the stream. Because, like, if you just made, like, the world's most epic crash, or, like, watch, like, 7 different advertisements to make, like, a bunch of long trains, and, like, just did, like, there's no, like, saving it unless you are on, like, I have, like, my career session where I just actually, like, do my operating, which I've only done once. Did I turn on the headlights? Headlights on? No. Model up. See if how. I don't want to tear this thing apart by going as fast as possible. Also, I am going to make this into a series too. Also, sorry it's been a while since I've done a Train and Rail Yard Simulator video. I have one being edited right now. Like, not right now, but I have one coming out. So don't think that my gaming series is over, because it is not. I still have to complete my career. Well, at least my career session. I might do another career session, but because you can save those sessions. I also don't know how fast you can go on these curves, because I don't want to eat it on one of these curves. In other words, die on one of these curves, if you get what I mean. Crash. But yeah, I really like how it like shakes back and forth. That's something that they should have in Train and Rail Yard Simulator. Also, I like how it's actually like leaning on the curve, kind of. You know, how it's swaying to this side, you know? That's something Train and Rail Yard Simulator lacks that it needs to have. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Like, look at this. Nice detail. Is it actually swaying on the outside? Like, is it actually... Like, the curve interior is... The curve... Going around the curve inside the locomotive is more accurate in this game than it is in Train Z. Which, I'm surprised I'm saying that, because Train Z, the locomotives only shake from side to side on one side. At least in Train Z 3. I mean, then again, I do not own all the Train Z games. I mean, this is like the first time we're actually getting like the cool Train Z that everybody else is playing. Like, like Train Z 2 is like in like, well, like a game with like realistic lighting and stuff. But yeah, oh my, look at this. This is just awesome. Look at that. Like, look at this. Look at that. That is just so cool. Like, that is just so cool. Shame we can't have this in Train and Rail Yard Simulator. Imagine going around a switch. Someone who's been through a switch on a metro train, it is a very tight switch. At least when you're going at only gonna say actually made it so it actually stays on the rails. Train D3 does have locomotive swaying, but on the interior you don't sway. Unlike you do in Train D2, but Train D2 only has interior swaying. But yeah, I love how it sways from side to side. Like, that's a really nice feature. I really like that. I wish we had more games where it was actually happened. Like, oh my goodness, imagine how nice that would be. The only interior swaying there is when you go around the tilted curves. You know, how like tilted trains work. Don't really know about tilted trains because all I know is that like the APT was one. The advanced passenger train used by British Rail. How did this conversation go from such a nice to how nice the curve animations in this game are, to how nice this J is, to how nice curve animations are, to British Rail? How is that? I think I'm just going to put it into the factory and call it. Because like I'm gonna unload this coal so that way I did one cycle of the railroad, probably like return my engines to the yard, and then but next session, well, I'm gonna build some stuff off camera so that way it like actually like works, because like that would be really nice. Because like I intended to do the first episode. Oh yeah, look at that. That is just so cool. It really makes you feel like, imagine what it would be like going faster occur, like imagine if we actually like came off and derailed on our side. Like, oh my goodness, they could make unstoppableness in Training Railroad Simulator. Like, oh my goodness, there is so much potential for that. Like, they literally have AWVR 777 in the game already. They could literally just add Stanton curve. Like, clearly they've seen the movie because they have AWVR 1206, but it's a GP9. But still, they've clearly seen the movie because the model comes from Train Sim CSX AC4400GW, which, yeah. But it's reskinned, which reskins was really nice. Like, they did a good job on the AWVR unit. There's gotta be some kind of rail fan behind this. Like, no wonder we got a good Norfolk Southern scheme. Like, a decent Norfolk Southern scheme. Like, there's gotta be some rail fan behind this. No wonder we got a good Burlington Northern scheme on a unit that originally wore BNSF in its original game. Or it might be its own type of model. Also, oh, that explains why we got a good CFEX model. Like, there's gotta be some kind of rail fan or railroader behind all this, you know? Oh, I wonder why all the controls are animated so nicely, why the brake is in the right spot. I wonder why the F40PH is so nice in Training Railroad Simulator. Like, there is literally a rail fan and railroader behind this who actually works with the locomotives, which is nice because that's something most games lack. That's why some train simulators are really bad, because A, false advertising, literally using Train Sim World as your game, footage from as it's your game, when really your game. It's just, you're probably just jealous of them. Oh my goodness, I need to extend this. I don't even have confidence that we're even going to make it through. If we do, I'd be shocked. But, oh my goodness. Look at how long our train is. We would have to have one coal car. Like they should make it long enough. But yeah. But yeah, this is actually a pretty nice game for what it is. I mean, you get some nice locomotives. Also, you get a trailer train flat car with trailers on it. why can't we have this in Train and Rail Yard Simulator? Like, you have intermodal cars and single stack container cars that people misunderstand as boxcars. I mean, sure, they kind of look like boxcars, but to me they look like single stack container cars. Like, they really do look like that. Even though most people tend to call them small box cars, they look like single stack train container cars, like TOFC flat cars, but with like spine cars with containers on them. Like, why can't we have that? That's just like really good. Like, also, why would they add trailer trains to this game where you only get like 30 pieces of track to build and 4 are automatically taken up? We're just going to fit. Yes. And we didn't even kiss the bumper post. That's nice. I would imagine it wouldn't do this much at this speed, but I really like this route. The map is not to scale. Like, it is not this much distance. Also, I like how you can zoom in and zoom out on this map. But yeah, there is nothing over here. Nothing over here. Is it a void like it is in the other game? At least in this game, you can actually like properly get out of the void or get into it, depending on how you look at it. Also, I haven't come across any invisible walls in this game like there is in Train and Rail Yard Simulator. Those really irritate me. I mean, I will explain it more in my next gaming video. I love that transition animation. Like, just go, whee! This is a really cool locomotive. But yeah, I was gonna say, am I stuck on the cab roof? I can't be stuck on the cab roof. Yeah, I wish you could, like, teleport onto the roofs of trains in Train and Rail Yard Simulator. Like, this game, like, you could actually teleport wherever you want, making this game a heck of a lot easier. Like, they should combine these elements from these two games to make a new game. Okay, no, not a new game, because, like, to make, like, the perfect train simulator. Like, I'm sure that would be able to compete with something. I'm just gonna take it slowly, because, like, this ride is almost over, and I'm not gonna derail this session. Like, usually I would, but since it wastes points, like, actually, and I don't want to restart, and even if it do, I just don't want to derail, because, like, this is, like, if you want to watch me derail, go watch Train and Rail Yard Simulator Part 2 or Part 3. Or the end of Part 1 because of the fashion. Not as much. But yeah, I actually did a train operating session where I didn't cause carnage. Would you guys believe that? Watch me derail. But yeah, I actually played a train simulator without causing carnage. I mean, I haven't caused any carnage so far. Then again, there is no escaping causing carnage. As I say, in Rail Yard Simulator Part 4, which then again has yet to come out, so yeah. But anyway, like, this is like a really nice shade, though. I gotta say. Plus, since when do we get a shade in Train Simulator? Playable for mobile, whatever. I'll leave it to the people in the comments to debate whatever it is. Okay, I'm joking by that because I do not want debates. Plus, how do you debate the pronunciation of the word? Like, is it Ogilvy or Ogilvy? Kato. Okay, I pronounce it Kato, but I'm sure someone out there pronounces it Kato. I'm not gonna say which one's right or which one's wrong. Me personally, I pronounce it Kato, but you can pronounce it whatever you want. I'm not gonna set the rules for you guys. Just don't try and correct my spelling saying that Metro is Metro. Like, that would actually... That would offend me if you call Metro Metro. It is Metropolitan Rail, but it's Metro. You can call it Metropolitan Rail, or both interchangeably. Did we pass the station already, or is it coming up? Where are we? I am... Did we pass the station and I didn't notice it? Oh, I know where we are. But yeah, I'm almost done. On the final stretch of rail. I probably should have parked it in the siding, but since I'm the only train on the line, why not park on the main? Actually, I'm gonna go park on the siding. Because I haven't started switching this game yet. Then again, it works the same way, so don't get too disappointed. If you wouldn't... If I was complete doing an operation for more than 5 seconds backwards, then I would get the outgo. But since I'm just operating a short distance, I'm not doing that because that's just honestly a waste of time. And most of my sessions are like an hour long, and I don't want to make this one too long because yeah, we did a session and we didn't die. That's crazy. You would expect that we would derail or somehow, or at least hit a car, but that's not possible in this game. Also, in Train and Rail Yard Simulator, they should make it easier. Like, cars get stuck on the tracks if they get boxed in when the gates go down. Like, oh my goodness, that would be so much fun if you actually like hit a car, like, and it would actually could actually snag a switch and derail your train. I wish there were more things to derail trains in Train and Rail Yard Simulator, because the only things to derail is either A, you're going way too fast, but like usually you can go 80 miles an hour and be fine, hitting another train or hitting a bumper post. That's it. Or being rammed into by another train, which is literally just hitting another train, but from a different perspective. Or being glitched, which doesn't happen often. Or being too long for the spawn point, because, yeah, that can happen if you use really long locomotives. That's why I decide, if it says train too long, I'll remove one or two cars. So that way, if I have like a GV1 trailing to try and get some speed, I don't already ruin the session before it's even started. Because why would you want to ruin a session before it's even started? That doesn't sound fun, because then you gotta start everything over. Again, my computer had it ruined for me by doing it non-full screen. I like it in full screen because it just looks better. Instead, it for some reason gave me a thing where it went out of full screen completely. Alright. Then I'm just gonna park it here, and then I'm gonna line the switch. And I would if it were real life, I would put a portable derail in front of the train, so that way, if someone tries to steal it, they don't get too far. unless they'll just push through the derail, because like CSX 88 did. Because yeah, that can happen, but it's not it's gonna take them a couple seconds to get up to speed. Alright, I'm gonna go line the switch, so if I'm somehow I don't slam into cool sound effects. Boop. Alright, well that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you in another video. Wow, look at that though. But before we go, let's just admire the fact that there's snow stuck to the plow. Or something. Why is there snow? Was that doing research? Like, is that on purpose? So they don't have MU cables, but yet you have snow stuck to your plow. Sure. Alright, thanks for watching. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Also, yes, for those of you who are wondering, that this part was just for the thumbnail. Alright, bye-bye.